Hello my dear students, welcome to Teacher at Home. Today class we are going to learn the 9th chapter Financial Institutions and Services. Examine any Indian currency note with you. Which are the currency notes that are used in India? Do you know which institution has the right to print this note? അപ്പോൾ ഇന്ത്യൻ കറൻസിനെ കുറിച്ചുള്ള ഒരു നോളേജ് ആണ് നമുക്ക് ഇതിൽ നിന്നും കിട്ടുന്നത്. എവിടെയാണ് അത് പ്രിന്റ് ചെയ്യണത് എന്നുള്ളതിനെ കുറിച്ച്. Have you seen this anywhere? എവിടെയെങ്കിലും കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? This emblem can be seen on Indian currency note. It is the emblem of the Reserve Bank of India, which is the institution that has the right to print Indian currency note. അപ്പോൾ റിസർവ് ബാങ്കിനാണ് ഈ കറൻസി പ്രിന്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള അധികാരമുള്ളത്. Let us understand more about the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India is the apex bank of India. It has established in 1935. Headquarters is in Mumbai. Find the important functions of the Reserve Bank of India from the chart given below. ഇപ്പോൾ റിസർവ് ബാങ്ക് ആണ് അപെക്സ് ബാങ്ക് ഓഫ് ഇന്ത്യ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ്ഡ് എപ്പോഴാണ് 1935 ഹെഡ്ക്വാർട്ടേഴ്സ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് അറ്റ് മുംബൈ. Okay, then next is the functions of Reserve Bank of India. So what are these functions? Printing of currency print ചെയ്യല്, controlling credit, banker to the government and bankers bank. So Reserve Bank it is referred to as the bankers bank. Which are the currency notes in use today? All currencies except the 1 rupee note are printed by the Reserve Bank of India. അപ്പോൾ 1 rupee നോട്ട് മാത്രം എന്താണ് റിസർവ് ബാങ്കിലല്ല പ്രിന്റ് ചെയ്യണത്, ബാക്കി എല്ലാ നോട്ട്സും റിസർവ് ബാങ്കിലാണ് പ്രിന്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. 1 rupee note and its subsidiary coins are issued by the Central Finance Department. So it is controlling credit. The Reserve Bank of India increases the money supply in Indian economy through the distribution of printed currency and through credit creation. Control of credit is one of the main functions of the Reserve Bank. This is made possible by bringing about changes in the rate of interest. As rate of interest increases, volume of loans decreases and vice versa. Banker to government. Another function of the Reserve Bank of India is to serve as a banker to the central and the state government. As a banker to the government, the Reserve Bank of India accepts deposits from the government, sanctions loans and renders other banking services to them. The Reserve Bank of India does not charge any fees for these services. Bankers Bank. The Reserve Bank is the apex bank of all banks. To advise and assist all banks in their operations is a function of the Reserve Bank. It acts as the last resort to all the banks in their financial matters. We understood that the Reserve Bank is the apex bank which controls all other banks. Moreover, it controls and gives the necessary directions and advices to the financial institutions in the country. Financial institutions. Financial institutions are those institutions where financial transactions like deposits, loans, etc. take place. Examine the chart given below. Financial institutions. Banks, non-banks, banking financial institutions, commercial banks, cooperative banks, development banks, and specialized banks. Mutual fund institutions, insurance companies, non-banking financial companies. We can find the financial institutions functioning in financial sector by analyzing the chart. Let us see each one in detail. Banks. Have you visited any bank? Which are the banks functioning in your area? State Bank of India and many other types of banks are there. Banks are Canara Bank, South Indian Bank, like that. Banks are institutions that accept deposit from the public, grant loans to the needy subject to conditions. അല്ലേ, ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് ജനങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് വാങ്ങിക്കാറുണ്ട്, അതുകൂടാതെ ലോൺസും പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. They provide on the basis of the general guidelines and conditions set by the Reserve Bank of India. Look at the chart given below. Bank accept deposit from individual institutions and government, grant loan to individual institutions and government, give back the deposit amount with interest, collect loan amount with interest. It is clear from the chart that interest is paid for the deposit accepted. Similarly, it is clear that interest is imposed on the loans provided. The rate of interest on loans will be higher than the rate of interest given for deposit. The difference between the interest is the main revenue of the bank. Growth of banks in India. The Bank of Hindustan, established in 1770, is India's first modern bank. The growth of the banking sector since then can be divided into three phases. First phase stretches from 1770 to the nationalization of banks in 1969. In this phase, the Presidency Bank, Bank of Bengal, Bank of Bombay, Bank of Madras were established by the British East India Company. Operation and growth of banks were slow during this phase. Second phase, stretching from 1969 to 1990, witnessed a speedy development of banks. The view that banks should operate with the aim of social progress led to the nationalization of 14 banks in 1969 and 6 banks in 1980. 1993, the nationalized bank, the new Bank of India, was merged with the Punjab National Bank. As a result, there are only 19 nationalized banks in India. In the third phase, stretching from 1991 onwards, banks started rendering services other than their basic functions. There were several banking reforms which depend on quick and time-saving services, ease of procedure, etc. Introduction of automated teller machine, ATM, credit card, phone banking, net banking, core banking, etc. are the results of the third phase of development. The private bank, which received license during this period, introduced new and innovative functions at a much quicker pace. Such banks are known as new generation banks. Even though banks basically perform the same functions, there exist differences in some operations. On the basis of operations, banks are classified into commercial bank, cooperative bank, development bank, and specialized banks. Commercial banks. Commercial banks are the oldest banks and they have many branches. These banks, which play a major role in the country's financial activity, accept deposits from the public, grant loan to trade industry, agriculture, etc., subject to certain conditions. Commercial banks. Public sector banks, private sector banks. Private classified into private Indian bank and private foreign banks. Regional rural banks. These banks were established in 1975 to provide regional banking services to different states in India. They help small farmers, agricultural laborers, small entrepreneurs, etc. by providing loans. Different type of commercial bank can be understood from the flowchart. Public sector commercial banks are owned by the government. The functions are controlled by the Reserve Bank. State Bank of India and its associate banks, nationalized banks and regional rural banks together constitute public sector commercial banks. Private Indian commercial banks and private foreign commercial banks were owned by private individuals. They also operate under the control of the Reserve Bank of India. Private foreign commercial banks are those banks which have registered in India but have headquarters in a foreign country. Function of commercial banks. Let's see the important functions of commercial banks. Accepting deposits. The main function of commercial bank is to accept deposits from the public. The bank provides interest for the amount deposited. By analyzing the flow chart, let us see the ways in which deposits are accepted by commercial banks. Deposits, saving deposits, recurring deposits. It is again classified into current deposits and fixed deposits. So saving, current, fixed and recurring. Saving deposits. This scheme helps the public to deposit their what? Savings. Banks provide low interest for such deposits. Depositors can withdraw the money from the deposit subject to restrictions. Different banks have adopted different regulatory regarding the number of times and the amount of money that can be withdrawn during a particular time period. Details of the amount deposited and withdrawn are stated in the passbook provided by the bank. Examine passbook and write down the details. What are the details given here? Details will be on the account number, then our name, address, phone number, everything regarding our details, IFSC code will be given. Current deposits. This deposit facilitates depositing and withdrawing money many times in a day. The deposits are used mainly by traders and industrialists. This type of deposit does not receive any interest. Fixed deposit. Fixed deposits are ideal for depositing money in banks by individuals and institutions for a specific period of time. Interest rate, it is calculated. on the basis of the time period for which the money is deposited. If the money is withdrawn only after the completion of the specific time period, then the that is the specified interest rate will be provided. But if the amount is withdrawn before the maturity of deposits, then the interest rate will be lower. Recurring deposit. Recurring deposit receive a specific amount every month for a specific period of time. Interest rate of recurring deposit will be higher than that of saving deposit but less than that of fixed deposit. Interest rate will be less if the deposits are withdrawn before the maturity date. Providing loans. Amount of money accepted as deposit from the public is granted as loans by the banks. Banks provide different type of loan to individuals and institutions. Interest rate of loan will be higher than the interest rate of deposit. There will be a difference in the interest rate depending upon the duration of loan and purpose, etc. Normally, bank loans are provided by accepting a collateral. A few are mentioned below. Physical assets, gold, property, documents, etc. Fixed deposit certificates. Banks also provide loans by accepting salary certificates. The loan given to individuals and institutions by accepting such collaterals are called cash credit. What are the purpose of which banks provide cash credit to the public? Agriculture purpose, industrial purpose, constructing houses, purchasing vehicles, purchasing home appliances. And the type of loan given by the commercial bank to individuals is overdraft. This is an opportunity for a customer to withdraw money over and above the balance in his or her account. This facility is provided to individuals who have frequent transactions with the bank. Generally, this opportunity is provided to individuals who maintain current deposit. Let us see an example of overdraft. Assume that an individual requires 12,000 rupees but has only rupees 10,000 in his account. The bank can give rupees 12,000. Additional amount of 2,000 is given as overdraft. Bank charges interest for the additional amount. We understood the basic functions of bank. Complete the given table on the which you had learned. Other facilities and services provided by banks. Besides basic functions, bank provides other facilities and services to the public. Some of the services and facilities provided by commercial banks are given below. Majority of the banks provide locker facilities to individuals and institutions for keeping their valuable assets like gold, property, documents, etc. One key of the locker will be with the owner and the other will be with the bank. The locker can be opened only when the both keys are jointly used. A certain amount is charged for availing this facility. Demand draft is a facility provided by the banks to send money from one place to another. It is not necessary to have an account for this. This picture shows the application form for a demand draft and a specimen demand draft. Banks provide an opportunity to transfer money from anywhere in the world either to one's own account or to someone else's account. This service is called mail transfer. Telegraphic transfer is the mechanism which can transfer money through a message. It is faster than mail transfer. The facility to withdraw money anytime without going to the bank is made possible through the automated teller machine, that is ATM. Today, majority of the banks have this facility. Now, automated teller machines of some banks provide the opportunity to deposit and withdraw money. For this, banks provide ATM debit card. Find out the details on the ATM card and list them. Card number, name of the bank, emblem of the bank, plastic money. Without keeping money in hand, all money requirement can be fulfilled by using cards. Such cards are called plastic money. Money may be lost if you are not cautious while using ATM cards. Make sure that there is no one at the counter. Do not share the ATM personal identification number, that is the PIN number. Assure the balance amount on receiving the receipt of money withdrawal. Do not carelessly throw away the receipt. Banks provide credit card facility which helps in purchasing products without having to keep money on person. Credit card is also a plastic card. Using this, goods and services can be purchased even without having sufficient cash in one's account. Money has to be remitted to the bank later within a specific period. A bank account is necessary for this. Bank provides services like the payment of insurance, premium, telephone, electricity bill and rendering services like mobile recharging, booking journey tickets, etc. Some of the transactions of the government which were once operated only through the treasuries are now done through banks. Service pension is also disbursed through the banks. Certain amount of is imposed as service charge or commission for such services provided by banks to the public. Modern trends in banking sector. Let us see some of the novel features of the banks that provide services using advanced technology. Electronic banking or e-banking. Availing banking services have been made easy by computerization and the availability of ATM facility. Electronic banking is a method by which all transactions can be carried out through net banking and telebanking. Anytime banking, anywhere banking, net banking, mobile phone banking, etc. are part of electronic banking. For this, the assistance of the bank employees is not required. Bank account and net banking facility alone are required for this. How is this helpful? Money can be sent and bills can be paid anywhere in the world from home. Saves time, low service charge. Let us see some facilities of electronic banking. Core banking, centralized online real-time exchange banking. Core banking is a facility which is arranged in such a way that the branches of all banks are brought under a central server so that the banking services from one bank to another is made possible. As a result, ATM, debit card, credit card, net banking, telebanking, mobile banking, etc. have been brought together. Naturally, transactions have become simple. By using this facility, an individual can send money from this bank account to his friend's account anywhere elsewhere. Cooperative bank, cooperation, self-help and mutual help are the working principles of cooperative banks. Main aim of cooperative bank is to provide monetary help to common people, especially the villages. Farmers, artisans, small-scale entrepreneurs, etc. chiefly avail the services of cooperative banks. Main aims of cooperative banks are provide loan to the public, protect the villages from private money lenders, provide loans at low interest rate, encourage saving habit among people. Look at the different levels of corporate banks being represented here. State Cooperative Bank, apex body in the state cooperative sector, provide financial assistance to district cooperative banks and primary cooperative banks. District cooperative banks operate at district centers, provide assistance and guidance to primary cooperative banks. Primary cooperative banks functions in villages, area of functioning is limited, encourage saving habit in villages, provide loan to villages at low interest rate. Along with fulfilling the basic banking functions just like commercial banks, cooperative banks disperse different types of loans to persons residing in villages and cities. Development banks. Apart from commercial banks and cooperative banks, development banks also operate in the financial sector. These banks provide long-term loans for various needs such as modernization of industries. Now these banks provide loans to agriculture and trade sectors. Some of the important features of the development banks are given below. Work as an agent which help in the development of different sectors. Provide loans for construction of house, small scale industry and basic infrastructure development. Specialized banks. Specialized banks provide financial help for the development of certain specific sectors. They provide help to start new enterprises. Certain specialized banks and the features are detailed below. Bank, Exim Bank of India, Export-Import Bank of India provide loan for exporting and importing products. provide instructions to individuals who come in this sector. Small Industries Development Bank of India SIDB provide help to establish new small scale industries and to modernize existing industries. Aim is to vitalize village industries. National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development NABARD, Apex Bank in India which functions for the development of villages and agriculture, unites all the banks which operate for the development of villages, provide financial assistance to agriculture, handicraft, small scale industries, etc. Some new banks have merged in the banking sector with certain specific aims. Among these banks, the important ones are Mahila Bank, Payment Banks, Micro Unit Development and Refinance Agency Mudra Bank. Bharatiya Mahila Bank was started in November 2013. The slogan of the bank is Women Empowerment is India's Empowerment. Today, this bank has branches in various states. Though the bank accepts deposits from all, provide loan mainly to women. Payment Bank had been established to help the low-income group, small-scale industrialists and migrated employees. They also provide all facilities provided by banks. Let us see some of their features. Accept deposits up to only 1 lakh rupee from individuals. Provide interest on deposits as specified by the Reserve Bank of India. Do not provide loans. Charge a specific fee as commission for bank transactions. Only debit card will be provided. A recently introduced bank for providing short-term loans is Mudra Bank. Mudra Bank provides financial help to small-scale entrepreneurs and microfinances. We have discussed the banks working in the financial sector. Apart from this, there are non-banking financial institutions as well. Non-banking financial institutions. These institutions work in the financial sector but do not perform all the functions of the bank. They do basic functions such as accepting deposits, lending loans, whereas some services like withdrawal of cash by check, mail transfers, lockers are not provided. Let us see the main non-banking financial institutions in India and their operations. Non-banking financial companies. These are non-banking financial institutions that operate under the supervisions of the Reserve Bank of India. They are registered under the Company Act 1936, carry out the basic functions of the banks. The main services provided by such banks are provide loans for hire purchases, provide loan for construction of house, provide gold loan, provide loan on the basis of fixed deposits, running chitti. Kerala State Financial Enterprises KSFE is a major non-banking financial company operating in Kerala. Mutual fund institutions. Mutual fund is a mode of investment. Common man is not always able to invest the share market directly. This limitation can be overcome through mutual fund. Money is collected from various investors and is invested in share market, debentures, etc. Profit or loss from this is distributed among the investors. Such institutions operate in both public and private sectors. Institutions working in public sector are the Unit Trust of India, Life Insurance Corporation Mutual Fund, SBI Mutual Fund, etc. Insurance companies, that is things that can be insured. It is wealth, vehicle, items in institutions, agricultural crops, export goods, temporary enterprises, circus, trade fairs, etc. Insurance companies are institutions that provide financial protections to individuals' life and wealth. They assure social security and personal welfare. The first insurance company in India was established in Kolkata in 1818. Today, insurance companies operate in public and private sectors. A major institution in India working for the protections of individuals' life and health is the Life Insurance Corporation of India. Non-life insurance companies that protect individuals from loss due to accidents, natural calamities, etc. also operate in India. The General Insurance Company and 4 related companies are the non-life insurance company operating in the public sector. Microfinance. The aim of microfinance is to provide different financial services, including microcredit to common people. This helps in encouraging saving habit among the low-income group in the society and to seek self-employment. The Kudumbashree and Men's Self-Help Group operating in Kerala are examples of this. Let us see a few major goals of microfinance. Help in collective development by mobilizing money from individuals, helps to increase the standard of living of the poor, encourages saving habit, make use of the individual potential for group development, provide loan to members in need, start small scale enterprises. Men or women in a locality join together and form small group which usually do not exceed 20 members. Each member invests a fixed amount in the group. Banks also provide loans at a low interest rate to this group. The working capitals of such groups is the amount collected from the members and the loan provided by banks at low interest rate. This amount is dispersed as loan among members in need. By using this capital and with the help of local self-government, several small-scale units function today. It is possible to protect the poor from the local money lenders through the activities of self-help group. Some of the units operate by such group in Kerala are given below. Pickles and snack units, soap and washing powder units, hotels, DPP centers. So that's all about this chapter. If you are interested, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.